look at that draft, like, in terms of the setup to risk, it's not that very high.
It's not that high. Yeah.
And this one's looking like a hole-in-one, right, for the side of ABG. Like,
It's so
this is an
comfortable.
eagle, and right now they are soaring to the skies on the side of Alpha Gaming. It is up to Twisted Minds to be able to pull them back a little bit and climb on top.
And this is also an interesting setup coming in from HIGHLIGTS here, bringing the teleport spell on towards this mid lane. It means that he will be very active on towards the Gorge, collecting these resources, make sure that he is a late game final boss in that DPS department here. But this is game 3 on the line here for both of these two teams. Will APG secure series point on their hand, or will the side of Twisted Minds finally find that groove, find that first step towards that series first point?
They can only hope so, right? But obviously, we will give you some kind words over with the side of the CD key, right? Keep on is going to be the thing that Twisted Minds need to do if they want to keep in this competition between themselves and APG. But right now, you can obviously get the Limbo-themed Flowborn outfit for free as well. All you need to do is collect those cards with the Limbo collab to get them. But Twisted Minds HIGHLIGTS maybe getting caught out here. The path of passing and the execute first up.
Oh, no, Shanks!
1 minute, Shanks is going to fall as well. A trade is going to be the best case scenario.
No, but there's no shutdown gold, right? So
No.
overall, APG still win big in this one. The fact that, look, there's no punishment coming in for Yulong. The defense comes in from the side of Saber to make sure that the buff is safe. APG, they, well, hang on, okay, maybe here.
Yeah, maybe though. There we go. We get the answer in top side of the map here as well. But I mean, I have to give it over to Twisted Minds, right? I'm trying to keep the boys hyped, you know? Like, they need some faith. They need a little bit of belief. And I'm going to give it to them, right? They need to keep their heads in this game and keep cool.
They need to shut down Yulong. That's what they need to do. This guy has been on the tear so far, and game 3 looks no different for the side of APG. I mean, the audacity of this man to just step into the jungle to steal the Azure Golem, obviously crafted by the presence of Saber and Susan in the mid, where it felt like, hey, you need 3 people to deal with us because Sakir is an early game monster.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's not just the healing from the Mulberry Power as well, right? It's the damage in the early game, especially when you got such sort of like squishy heroes like the Lady Sun and the Kong Ming.
Yeah, so look guys, in our rank, and if I'm Sakir, just go with me, we will win the team fights.
Yeah, exactly that may be the case here. It's going to be 19 to the backline, doing a lot of damage onto Shisha. I mean, that's one way to get rid of a destructive deluge, is just do way more damage before it comes through, before it gets you.
Yeah, beautiful work from side of Twisted Minds. They get the life of Shishan. This is nice in terms of the gold recovery, EXP as well. They're keeping close with APG, even though they did lose quite a bit in the early game.
Yeah, you can see here Twisted Minds is definitely like, they're sick of losing, right? They're down 2 points. They want to come back in this best of 7, and they're showing it in this game number 3, right? Like, they are definitely brawling toe-to-toe, brick for brick with APG.
Yep, and I like the position of City Boy, right? So it is a bit unsafe, but in the river, Nolia does have a little bit more benefits in comparison to the other roam heroes here, especially. So Twisted Minds, they have some information. They know that he's alone, so JD.
He is alone now. He has to make sure that he doesn't get caught out as well. He does have, obviously, not the Infinite Bastards, but he also has the flash on pretty much speed dial if he needs to get out of there, but it's not going to be as useful as the Infinite Fastness. We are around about 3-minute mark now as well. Should be back in time for that team fight for around the neutral objective.
For sure. But you saw the potential of Twisted Minds, right? In a all-out battle, if Clean is able to get that win/slam onto ABG by enough time for them, there is enough and definitely sufficient damage from Twisted Minds to be able to get those knockdowns onto the side of ABG. And in the numbers advantage, Twisted Minds will win.
Exactly that. With a number advantage within the team fights, they have pretty much the firepower, the front line, and they just need to make sure they're maintaining that sustainability with that Dolia as well. But now we are seeing around about a 17-second timer on these neutral objectives. APG, they got to kind of formulate a lead here, as you can see down to the bottom side of the map now. Kongming comes with the teleportation.
Yeah, lovely move. It doesn't seem like much, but because they have the wave pressure now from the side of Twisted Minds, APG have to answer. They cannot allow a T1 to fall when there's no protection. This also gives them fire over pit. But for now, APG, they're able to recover. They're looking for a fight.
Looking for a fight there. Clean tries to get the win slash. Doesn't get anybody, but there's going to be Siang into the back line as well. A takedown onto Clean at the crucial moment as well. You saw there there. JD was like, I'm going to go and back up my team. And it's just like, actually, we've taken down the jungler. We don't need the backup. And now Saber is looking for the prowl.
And just one play, APG now reward themselves with everything. They take the Crimson Golem, they take the T1 at the bottom as well. And while all of this is happening, the Tyrant is still available for the side of APG. Twisted Minds, one wrong decision, and now APG is guaranteed the golden EXP lead.
Hey, sometimes say 2 wrongs don't make a right, but clearly here, 1 wrong makes 3 rights onto the side of APG with those 3 pickups of the Crimson Golem. But at the same time, Xiang is going to put a lot of pressure into his top side of the map. He is the expendable pony in this draft.
Yep, and Saber, the value this guy has. Look, the Mulberry Power coming in with the 9 different stacks of heals here, all going into the life of Xiang. You can't take down Yulong, you can't take down Xiang. Who do you want? Are you really going to waste your resources on Sushan?
Maybe just to get the Destructive Deluge off the board here and get rid of that Venomous Staff effect onto the healing of the Duin on Clean, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult choice, and APG's choice now is to try and take a team fight.
They're going to try and do something around that kind of formulation here, obviously using the Path of Passing to make it kind of believe that it's going to happen, but it's going to be Clean taking the lead here because now he has to go ahead with 19 to the back line, but now, can they run down Yulong at level 10? The answer to that one is no, because Xiang comes through, flying onto the enemy team there,
JD!
but that is going to be it. JD with Infinite Vastness tries to get that, so I'm just pushing them to that T2, so maybe the takedown here, T1 top side, T1 into the mid.
I'm pretty sure Highlang was screaming internally because that was a little bit too scary, right? Potential with the flash as well for JD to get that finishing blow. But APG, they're not done yet. The jungle is available for the taking. The T1 in the mid is available.
Oh, there it is. The Critical Soul being placed down as well as Destructive Deluge here is definitely going to drive away Twisted Minds in this mid lane. And once again, it's not happened as fast as game number 2, but it's definitely the same kind of story.
Yeah, for sure. This time, look at the funnel here. JD gets the Crimson buff as well. Right, Highlang, there's nowhere to run.
I mean, he has the teleport, so there is. He gets out of there, right? So that's why he was doing that one, just freezing the minion wave because he had that in his back pocket.
Yeah, but now Twisted Minds, this aggression is going to be muted. They can't do anything, right? So for the next one, 90 seconds or so, this is going to be a tight situation for Twisted Minds. They're going to try and attempt this Overlord, but for now, APG, they sniff it out.
They do. Obviously, you see Saber there. He does have the intel, but I mean, it's going to be too long for Yulong to get there. He is getting the Azure Golem. I mean, honestly, at this point in the game as well, especially for a hero like the Ogre, you're going to prioritize the Azure Golem over that Overlord.
Yeah, I mean, APG, they throw a bone to the side of Twisted Minds because they definitely need it right now.
Throw a dog a bone, but City Boy gets frozen there, and there it is, the execute, the Seer from Orgren gets the lockdown there onto the side of Twisted Minds, and now they are running away with around about a 3k gold lead.
Yeah, right now, APG, this is the perfect time to take the fight, right? There is no Celestial Melody, no refresh from the side of Twisted Minds, and Clean. This is going to be a difficult fight for him to take, so JD says, I'm not going to take a fight, we're going to take your tower. The wraparound does come from 90 though.
Yeah, no Melody, no problem, but now Twisted Minds has to answer in their own jungle, but oh my goodness, those
90?
Flaming Palms, those winning strategies are all hurting, but now it's going to be 90 trying to get a bit of an access into the back line here onto Yulong, but he cannot run him down. Conductor of Souls comes through, completely changed the landscape of this team fight right now. Twisted Minds on the run.
Yep, and APG are feasting right now in game number 3. T2 for the taking as well. You may have the Vanguards, but we are going to take your T2 nonetheless. And APG, they have all the answers.
And even with the Vanguard at that T1, right? Obviously, Twisted Minds was like, hey, maybe the T1 will fall here thanks to the Vanguard, but it just fell at the right time. APG, a little bit of a Nostradamus play, was just like, you know what, lads, we know what's going on. We've seen this happen before. We know how to play against this one, and they're just putting the pressure on. Very hard, very heavy, very thick.
I mean, APG right now able to foretell the future, but also to turn it into a reality. This is something that very few teams can do. But if there's any team to do it, if there's any region to do it, you know APG is the one.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially when you've got Xiang playing with revenge in his heart, right? Like, he is looking to basically reclaim the greatness of his name into that clash lane against 90 ever since KWC.
Yep, look, the gap is so big. Yulong is more than 2k ahead of Clean. Xiang also has a big level and gold advantage against 90 as well. There is very little that Twisted Minds can do right now, which was the whole thing. Where is the control?
Yeah, no control. There is no control at this moment in time. Obviously, that top side of the map was a bit of a small control play there for 90. He finds himself recalling back here to try and give over aid to his teammates, but Kong Ming, we do have Highlang. He has the teleport to get back very quickly, and now he does, but he teleports into his own face. He gets taken down there by the side of APG Saber.
I mean, Xiang, that was a big play. This is going to be HIGHLIGTS out for a bit. That's a massive amount of magical damage gone from the side of Twisted Mind.
Yeah, not only that, obviously it's going to be a lot of burst. We're really counting on to Shanks here. I mean, he's not going to have the itemization going into that 10-minute mark. Like, we're seeing a 5k difference here in that lane alone. And it's really showing with that singular 1v1 takedown there for JD going up against Shanks. And now we see it flying in. Yang Jian come through. City Boy falls down to Shishan as well. It's literally Clean. Highlang at 90 with the final embrace here into game number 3. Crystal into the back line, just forcing Clean away from that Crystal. 90 was trying to keep away APG, but it's not going to be enough. They're looking for the Crystal. Game number 3 goes over to APG.
Third time's the charm. You have heard that so many times, but this one was an absolute show of brilliance from the side of APG. MKL, stand up.
The games are